Today's message: going broke after investing is not the same thing as going broke after impressing. Let that sink in. Welcome back to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, all my free thinkers, that place where we follow those breadcrumbs to wealth. Guys, in this video, I want to give you some value. I try to give you value in every video, but in this particular video, I'm going to show you what I would do if I had $1,000. And this is even if I had my bags packed already, or if I'm new to crypto, or if I'm just looking to say, hey, I got $1,000 that's not going to break the bank. Meaning if I lose it, no big deal. I'm going to show you where I will put it to get the most gains. And again, these are just my picks. And you guys know I think outside the box. So I'm going to tell you why on each one. Now, before I get started, this is not financial advice, guys. And do your own research. For that, you can go over to growrichgrowhappy.com. And on that first page, you can put in your email address for me. And what you'll get, it'll take you to a page where you can download my free investment guide that will show you how to dissect projects and how to do your own research. Absolutely free on me, guys. So you do that. And also, before you get off into this, get you a cold storage wallet, guys. This crypto season is crazy. It's going to get even crazier. I see the scammers down below in the comments. I see them all over YouTube. So if you got your crypto in a cold storage wallet, I use a Tangem because it's so simple. You can actually do buys and trades in that Tangem, and it's your keys. You don't have to worry about anybody stealing your crypto. If you look at the code that I have down below in the description, you can get 10% off on me, and that 10% will go to keep the lights on here. And it will basically that 10% goes toward the channel. If you don't want to support the channel, that's fine too. I just want you to get one. All right, guys. Now, without further ado, we're going to talk about these projects. So, $1,000, guys. The reason I choose $1,000 because I say at this point in time, everybody should be able to come up with $1,000, even if you have to save up to it. But these particular projects that I'm going to talk about, they still haven't really jumped off yet where they're going to go. So this is where I will put it. And I'm going to go from high risk to medium risk to low risk on the projects that I would take that $1,000 and I would disseminate it into it. How you do it is up to you. And let's jump off into it, guys. First, I'm going to take you over here because I'm going to take you over here to show you prices. And I'm over on CoinMarketCap for reference. You guys know I'm always on Spectre AI. I still have it up, but I'm going to use CoinMarketCap for this. Currently, right now, you can get Casper for 13 cents. These particular plays I'm talking about now, guys, they are all under $1. This is why I say if you got $1,000, you can make it work for you. Again, so we got Casper. I'm going to use Casper, and I would say for Casper, I put that on my high risk tier. The only reason is on my high risk tier is because they're still fairly new. Do I view them as high risk? I don't. But again, I do a lot of research. But for you guys, if you're just going to ape into it, and that's something I do not advocate you do. Do your research. I would say Casper's there. At this point, guys, anything over $1 for Casper is a come up. I know a lot of you guys want these 100Xs, but if you want some money, and let's just face it, guys, if you take $1,000 and you can take that $1,000 and you can turn it into something like 10,000, is that not gains? We got to crawl before we walk, and you got to get yourself in a good position to start that generational wealth. It might be paying off some of that debt. I feel like going this route will help you. Again, this is not financial advice, so I would choose them. And I even got my notes here, guys. One of the things I love about Casper is they're scalable and they're secure, decentralized payments and applications. Again, they got the block DAG, and they're not. There are a whole bunch of places. You can pick them up on Uphold, where I do. You can pick them up on a whole lot of other places too. But the main places like a Binance, which I believe is to come shortly, and you got Coinbase and all of those. It's not there yet, but they are coming. With all the news that I've been seeing on Binance, I could see Casper coming on Binance within the next couple of months. And that's just to be honest with you guys. And it's going to jump off. Thing I love about them, Jonathan Samplinsky. I can't even say his name. But he's the founder of Casper. And a little bit of history about him. He was in one of the earliest Bitcoin communities way back. He even published papers on Bitcoin as well. And he did he did a lot of research. So when he came out with Casper, I felt like he was coming out with Casper as a way of improving upon Bitcoin. That's not a slight at Bitcoin, but Casper uses a block DAG, and here any day now, there'll be up to 10 blocks per second. And that's really kind of unheard of. And they've solved the trilemma. They don't give up security, transaction speeds, or any of that. And it's just the top tier blockchain. Casper is it. They already have their KRC20 tokens. So while they may be still new and this is their first real bull run, I look at their knowledge and their technology, and I say this is a safer bet. The way I look at it, is it going to give you those Bitcoin type movement this particular cycle? I don't believe so, but I believe this is one that you can buy a good number of right now at the low price of 13 cents and still save some, or make enough money where you could buy back in and buy a nice sum of these tokens. So I believe this one right here, Casper, is still is a diamond in the rough, and a lot of people are going to miss out on it. So $1,000 now. How you divvy that up again is up to you, but Casper would definitely be on there. Next one that made my list, guys, and I don't think, considering all the stuff I've been doing lately, I don't believe this is going to be a surprise to you guys, but I'm trying to make you the most money that I can. And XPR Network has definitely made my list. I am still actively looking into these guys. You got XPR, and they're basically compliant and user-friendly blockchain for payments and financial applications. If you know anything about XRP, then basically you know the story on XPR, but they got a lot of bullish things coming out, even more so some of the stuff that I found out. Like, for one, their one of their founders, Marshall Hayner, he actually worked on XLM. Everybody knows XLM. That's one of the ISO 20022 tokens. And he actually worked on Dogecoin. So that tells me all along that he's no Rudy Putin. Again, I always tell you, if you can learn a lot about the founders, that can tell you a lot about where their knowledge comes from and what they're drawing on. So these guys, you know, they're also ISO compliant as well. They're an American company. So again, if Trump has his way, you might not even pay any taxes on something like this when you make its money. I think right now it is severely undervalued. And I just did a video, guys, on the whole Fed Now, and they're going to be integrating with them. I showed you guys that. Check that video out as well. They're going to be integrating with Fed Now come March, and they're working with not hundreds, but just tons of credit unions already, and they got a lot of things coming, guys. So these guys were a no-brainer to me. Again, got $1,000. You've already bought some Casper. You could buy a nice sum of these, and again, if you can get 30, 40 cents out of this one, and again, I'm not giving any price predictions, but you just look at the math and you see how much money you're going to get. So again, I like XPR. I'm going to continue making content on them. They are currently at the number 352 spot, which I think is not bad at all. They've been getting some really good price movement later. Just when I talked about them, I got in, and like 3 days later, they was up 109%. So I more than 100x my money. So and I believe we have so much further to go. You look at their market cap right here, 142 million market cap, guys. So this is great. They're under $1 billion. They're still small cap, and with these kind of plays, there's more room for growth. But again, they're only high risk. I put them on the high risk only because of where they are right now in the cycle. They basically came around 2020, but with them lining up, I put them on high risk, but not so high risk because they got the ISO standards. And again, if they're going to be integrated with Fed now, that takes a little bit of that high risk away, but I still put them up there because of how young that the company is. Guys, next on my list, I got for you XDC. XDC, guys. They actually ranked at number 67. And this one right here, guys, at 11 cents. Again, you can get a nice sum of these ISO compliant token that's on the list as well, guys. And they're enterprise grade blockchain for trade finance and supply chain management. And to me, the thing that stands out about them, I looked at a bunch of things on these guys. I've covered them a bunch of times, but one of the things I looked at that stood out for them, they have that built-in KYC compliance feature, and that makes them suitable for financial institutions. They're already being used, guys, and these guys are a juggernaut. There's a lot of news out about them focusing more on U.S. markets now. So I like these guys. I really like them. And at number 67, you really can't go wrong. But I really like the price, especially if I have $1,000 and I'm trying to take that 1,000 and maybe flip it into 10,000, maybe even 20,000 with the right run up. And being that we are now, the U.S. is so crypto friendly, and these ISO tokens are really have the light shining on them, guys. And with everything that's going on with the government, I don't feel like you can do any wrong with these. But again, that's my 3 for the high risk right now. And considering everything we just talked about, I really don't look at them as high risk, but I had to put them in that category. So I like these guys, and I think they're going to do some things. If you can get over $1 from this, guys, you do the math. So XDC, definitely. Who else do I have on our list? I had another one, 2 more on here for you guys. And the next one, guys, you're not going to be surprised for this. You probably not going to be surprised. Again, I just talked about these guys yesterday and their new partnership with ICP. You got the Hedera network, guys, and they're at number 15. I actually was DCing into these guys at 5 cents. These guys are at 31 cents, a little bit higher than what the coins that we just covered, but it's under $1, way under $1. It's 31 cents. I didn't put ICP on here because, again, I want to make the best. If you guys are trying to make some money, again, some of these are higher risk, but this is where you're going to make your money, guys. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Again, looking at HBAR and everything that they got going on, they have the hash graph, super fast. But the thing that stands out with them to me, like I covered yesterday, is their governing board. I love their governing board. You have nothing but winners there. Again, I look at it like life. If you surround yourself with losers, chances are you're going to be a loser. If you look at the governing board of these guys, and got IBM, you got LG, you got Boeing, man, guys, they can't lose. And you look at the partnerships that they're making, they're forward thinkers, and they just partnered with ICP. You know how I feel about ICP, but everybody don't have that kind of money. And again, you got $1,000 that you're trying to spend. So I look at that hash graph, and with the hash graph, they actually claim that it's faster and more efficient than all the other traditional blockchains. Now, whether that's true or not, they are good. And they are an American company, ISO compliant, so that puts them in that no tax bracket if this is something you pick up and use to make some big gains. And Trump has his way with having these American crypto companies get no taxes. this is another one. So that would be gains in your pocket. So again, how you divvy that up is up to you. And the last one on my list, this one is probably going to surprise you guys, but it shouldn't, because I did a video on these guys. IOTA. These guys are a little bit harder to buy. They are number 85 though, so do not sneeze at these. A lot of people look at them and say, oh, IOTA, it's too much. No one understands it. But guys, IOTA is the people you go to if you're trying to build a smart city. They've already aided with several, and I gave you that list in the last video. But the reason I like IOTA, I believe IOTA can hit $2-3 this cycle. And I don't give price predictions, so I'm sorry I said that, but I really do. They're already up right now. But I look at IOTA and I say, okay, if they're going to be integrated into smart cities, and we already know that smart cities are the talk of the town now. A lot of you just learned that LA was putting together, they actually have the plans, and they're moving forward on a smart city by the time the Olympics get here, like 2028. You really think IOTA is not going to be involved in that? And they're ISO compliant, so they've pretty much already got that stamp of approval to be used. Smart cities are something like Dubai. They're a feeless system, and these guys are integrated into everything in the smart cities, the Internet of Things. Look at it like that. How the street lights work with the city, all your refrigerator, your smart devices, all of this. Like they say I heard in Dubai, you can plug your cell phone up to trees, to palm trees or whatever, to get it charged. Everything works on this smart bridge, or this smart web of systems. And if LA is going to be anything like that, I really believe these guys are going to be incorporated into that. So this is another one, guys. So I look at, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this, I look at IOTA as a low risk. I also look at HBAR. I used to look at HBAR as a medium risk, but I now look at them as a low risk, considering that the financial landscape of crypto has changed so much, or it's beginning to change, that a lot of the things like XDC, HBAR, and IOTA, and XPR, notice all four of those have something in common. They have ISO standards. So I feel like this list is what I look at as a no-brainer. If I'm using $1,000 and I'm trying to buy low and sell super high, these are the particular projects that I'm looking at. So you guys let me know down below, what do you think of this list? And you remember, how you divvy up that $1,000 amongst all of those is up to you. But have a plan what you're going to do with the money to either better your situation by paying off debt, or taking that and maybe sending it over to some higher price projects that are like no-brainers. So you guys let me know down below. Again, I like to make videos like this every now and then. I'm just here to help you guys. I always tell people, if I can help someone take $100 and make 1,000, I've done my job. Till the next one, guys. It's your boy. I'm out.